Well, hello and welcome to Gmodism Total Nerdery channel. A few years ago I made this little video where I show off stuff I've made in real life. I think it's called Gmodism IRL Showcase or something. In any case, it became quite popular and was quite appreciated, so I thought why not show off some stuff I made recently. Yeah, and of course it was a little bit of void of making new things because I've been abroad for some time. But as I'm been in Sweden now for a good while, more than a year, so I've actually made some stuff. And this is only stuff I made very recently, but I just wanted to show them off. And it's a lot less practical things. Last time we made a lot of technical things, and this time it's more artsy stuff. In any case, we begin with this really simple thing. This is very beautiful, unpractical bismuth crystals. So basically, this is the metal bismuth. It's a metal like tin a little bit, however it's much more brittle, and when you cool it, it starts to form in crystals, so then you can kind of just pour off the still molten bismuth, and then you can sometimes get these crystals. So these are the crystals I managed to make this time, and well, I want to make like bigger crystals, because this one I think it's just one little thing, but it would be nice to have a larger chunk. In any case, they have really beautiful colors, and if you want to know what they're used for in real life, well, they are actually glitter in makeup products. Makeup products that have glitter, they usually use bismuth. In any case, let's move on to this thing. It's a little bit unclean because of the line of work, you see. In any case, this is a, let's see if I can tilt it like this. This is a shoe peeling device. You really need to put your demons to good use, and this particular demon thus peel off your boots. So you put your heel there, and then you just drag up and you'll peel off the boots. And I just thought it a little bit funny, so I just made it into this demon thing, and it's colored with charcoal, and it's treated with linen oil. So yeah, it will keep a little longer. Anyways, it's a little bit dirty, but well, this particular demon has a dirty line of work, so you see. In any case, I thought it was a little bit fun. Let's move on to some other stuff here. Here I made this little cutting board from plank. I think it's just pine, so it's yeah. And I made this little pattern with 4 dragons, and I made them look different. So yeah, it's a little nice cutting board. Of course you cut on this side, but you want to have them somewhat decorative. So yeah, there's one. The next thing is also a cutting board. It's still a little bit oily, but it's more fancy. Here I made this little cutting board, and the pattern of this one and the last cutting board is made with a burning pen that burns the wood. So I basically made a brief sketch of what is it called? Empitsu, pencils. Yeah, just a pencil. And then I just burnt the pattern, and yeah. Then I made this later. It's mostly freestyling. I did look on a picture to actually get this skeleton right, because I'm not that good at human. human physiology. Anyways, I think it turned out pretty nice. We have a symbol for the sun, and very one of the oldest Scandinavian symbols. I think it's in other culture as well, actually. It's a pretty common symbol. And then we have someone picking an apple, and it might be a Norse motive of the apple tree of Idun, which gives you eternal life, or yeah, and then we have death on the other side. Or it can be a biblical motive with Adam that picks the fruit of knowledge. It's up to the viewer. But anyways, I think it turned out pretty well, and then I've used oil, linen oil, and pigments to color the different sections. Most of the shadowing is done with a burning pen, but I did fill in some slight parts with color as well. But the color will probably wear off for a while. First, I thought only I would have the red sun wheel and the red apple, but then I decided to put on a lot more color. And on the cutboard side, I burnt the edges to get this nice kind of perspective on it. Well, I think it turned out nice, so it will be a pleasure to use my new cutting board. All right, we have a few things more, and we have this thing to cut. No, not cut. I mean frying spade, or something like that. Anyways, I just made this little handle from wood, and then I bolted it like that, made a new hole and bolted it, because the old handle, the fabric made handle broke after a while. So, and this is siren. I think it's called siren. It's a tree or a bush with purple flowers. Very nice smell. Fragrance. Anyways, so I just freestyled some pattern here. I thought it was nice to just have it there. Oh well. Yeah, that's that. By the way, this wood, you can see it actually has cracks in it, but it's a very, very hard wood, so it's probably fine. In any case, and I try to fill it in a little bit with molten tin. But yeah, that's that. I think it will hold. This is a very hard wood. That's why it's so hard to work with, and it always cracks. I think it's actually the hardest wood, the hardest natural wood in Scandinavia. It's very hard and very white, but this is kind of burnt a little bit. All right, and the last thing I want to show you is this. This is, you see, I live in a very civilized country, and in a civilized country, we buy a block of cheese, and then we use this peeler to peel off to slicer. It's to slice off cheese slices. However, when traveling abroad, I have come to the ghastly conclusion that many countries does not have cheese slicers. No, either they eat cheese in big blocks, or mostly they just buy pre-sliced cheese. To buy pre-sliced cheese is of course very barbaric, and this is a tool of refinement, the cheese slicer. Very important. In any case, it had a horrible plastic handle before that was kind of sticky, so I smashed it and threw it away, and I made a new handle. This handle is, it's the third attempt, because I had some problems with the alloys I was using. And the alloy I was using was kind of a semi-scrap metal alloy of leftover tin similar metals. which meant like a special casting mix alloy of from roto metals, a pewter, and then I threw in some bismuth. Unfortunately, I threw in too much bismuth, so it became very brittle and was impossible to use. Unfortunately, this leaf here, you can see it's a I don't know if anyone can see that, but it is a cast black currant leaf. I made a casting form from black currant leaf, and then I just cast it there. Anyways, that's that mix, but that's kind of a big clump, so I mean, if you drop it on a stone floor, it might actually break. But this part of the handle, I've actually had to put in some lead, so I put in approximately 10% lead, and I managed to get an alloy that was still hard but flexible, so this one won't break. In my tests it won't break. So and after I made this, I actually made this casting form, because this handle is cast directly onto this. I made a cardboard mold, like a cylinder, a tube, rolled it together, put it on top of this, and I made sure that the pattern that sticks into this, it has holes in it and stuff, so it's really stuck to this. It casts directly on, so it's very perfect. This is mostly for style, actually, this copper wire, because these edges stick out a little bit. And then I threw in like a copper cable, just like this, just one of this, straight through this, to give it some stability. I don't know, I don't think it does anything, but whatever, I did that. And then I made this little joining. I just took a bit of steel sheet and folded it, or aluminum sheet, and folded it to a kind of shape, and then I just lay this in it, and I lay the leaf there, and then I take a blowing torch and just melted them together. So these are basically welded together or melted together, I don't know, but yeah. And it's very hard to see actually on a film like this, but I made a little pattern here. You can see it's a flower, and this accident from the casting, I just made that into a flower. We have this flower pattern there, yeah. So that's that. I think this was very interesting. It's pretty heavy. I mean, it's only 10% lead, but it's solid. It's just cast solid, so yeah. Anyways, hope that will be nice. God damn it. This video became longer than I thought. Oh yeah, and not that it's anything special, but when just not doing anything, I just took some newspaper and I just made this little basket thing. Yeah. Any case, that's that. That's what I've got to show you right now. Any case, I hope you enjoyed this little showcase, and I hope I'll be seeing you in future videos. Yep, this is any case Gmodism Total Nerdery channel signing out. See you next time.